You got a little glimpse of me there, but we are live for the first time. So, welcome to Action Figure Powwow. I am your host Jay, and as you can see, we're using the live stream of StreamYard. This is the free version, so forgive us if there's some accidental hiccups with camera management because this is my first time at it. But I couldn't do this show on my own, so I have to have my partner in crime. So joining me, as always, is a sommelier of superheroes himself. It is the one and only Paul Shearman, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, this was like the countdown to A, the NASA space shuttle launch, and B, to Hasbro Fan Fest, watching that countdown ready to go live. This is super exciting.
You got a little blip of my face just for the intro.
Even better, a little teaser, just things that were to come. So even better.
I was looking very confused.
That's wicked.
Got to learn to use this software, man. Got to learn to use it.
It's all good.
Yeah, that's it. We're live. We're live talking to the nation. I don't know if anyone's watching. I'm going to hit that comment section there, and so far I see nobody. So it's all good.
I'm watching. Put yourself back on. Put yourself back on. You don't want just me here.
Oh, okay. Well,
there you go. No one needs a big screen of me. I look thinner on this screen. I love it. This is the future of me. It's like a filter that's not even there. It's brilliant.
So you've had a bit of an interesting time, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had some really cool figures come through. I've had some older figures come through as well, which is quite cool. And then I've had more first world problems, but action figure no-nos, not action figure powwows. So the Retro Wave 4 of the 3.75 inch figures. So that's the black costume symbiote Spider-Man, Loki, Storm in a sort of classic, sort of weather witch with the sort of cape down, and the long, the hair sort of flowing back, Silver Surfer, US Agent, and the stealth suit Iron Man. I had a 6-pack ordered, been on pre-order for quite a while. Always hard to track down because the UK just really struggles to get these in any good time at all, and unfortunately, and it isn't Star Action Figures' fault at all. I've got nothing but praise for Star Action Figures, but they've had to cancel the pre-order because Hasbro just cannot produce enough for them, and they said, and we're not going to either. So the mad dash to get on every other toy site will now start. If anyone knows or got a recommendation where to go, I've got a few left to try, but if anyone's got a recommendation, hit me up, put it in the comments, let me know, and I shall be eternally grateful.
I think that you might be all right if you get on in demand pretty quick. I ordered just the other day, and it's going to arrive tomorrow. That War Machine that you've got
as a deluxe, awesome,
£20, right? And by the way, I wasn't even looking for it. I was actually looking because I just watched a review of the Captain Carter figure, which I wasn't really bothered by until I saw the review, and I was like, oh man, I really like that. And then I watched the Jay Hernandez review of that and the zombie cap, and then I was like, I really like that too. So I went on to look to see if they had Captain Carter, and as I was scrolling through, then I saw War Machine, and I was like, £20.
I can't believe that.
On in demand, you collect points, right?
Yeah.
Points gave me £2 off, so it was £20.
Are you kidding me?
Plus £2 off, so that just kind of made my postage cheaper. So I was like, yeah, doing that for the deluxe.
So good. It's so good.
So I had to. It was one of those situations where I saw it. I was like, I wasn't going to buy it. I wasn't going to buy anything. I wasn't really. And then I was like, oh fuck, I've got to. I was like, it's £20.
Yeah. I mean that started that was 32 when that first came.
I know.
And then it was like it hung its value. I mean, I'm amazed you got it for that price because it's been hanging its value. I mean, you go in somewhere and see them in the store.
They still got them.
Yeah, 27, 28. You're seeing that on the shelves out and about. So that's a genuine steal. That's a genuine toy bargain.
So if you wanted a second one, they're still in there.
I can spray it gold.
But they had a few other figures that were on because they've got. I don't know if you can view just the sale bit on theirs. I couldn't really tell, but they had a few Marvel Legends on sale. That was the one that jumped out at me. I was like, oh man, I've got to get that.
Yeah.
I know that they're Joes. They've got loads of Joes on sale. I think all of them.
You should tell me that because I'm literally going on their site the second week I'm off air tonight. So
I'm pretty sure that all of their Joes are on. So you've got him though, don't you? You've got
yeah,
something.
got him. Yeah, he's wicked. Yeah,
It's-
got him
it's-
with my little
But
with my little
you don't have
forest.
him.
I
You don't
don't
have
have him.
and you
I
do
don't have
like Flint
Flint.
very much, don't
I
you?
do like Flint. Yeah, here we go. The drug dealers started.
By the way, just
Look
going
at
slightly off
Flint.
topic,
Yeah,
you know, I ordered the GI Joe trade paperback the other week,
yeah.
the first one, and you know they sent it out and everything. And then just yesterday, I got an email from the seller at Amazon going, "We've just dispatched your GI Joe trade paperback." I was like, "What? I had that like weeks
What?
ago."
The one you've already got?
Yeah, so I'm like, what? I don't know why.
Is that just really late admin on the email, or you got another one on the way?
Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about toys. So yeah, what's been going on, man, since the last time we were here? So we've got another Marvel Legends fan first
Yeah,
Monday
great.
coming
I
up on
mean,
the 13th.
let's just have more, more money. They haven't actually even taken the Galactus payment yet.
Really?
No, I didn't. I had an email. What are we now? Thursday. I had an email on Monday saying, "Hi, just to let you know, your order is safe and secure. We've got a real backlog to work through, and it'd be at any point." Which I can only imagine the fact that the day before they shut the funding down, it was just squeaked over 18,000, and it ended up at nearly 23.
And that wasn't even worldwide.
No,
Worldwide
absolutely.
over 30.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I was so gutted, and I asked the question, and I got an absolutely not, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've got a bit of regret now in terms of the people that are getting their Sentinels shipped.
Oh man, I saw those, and I was just like, oh, I wish I'd ordered one of those.
And I never I never really appreciate when they released the Sentinel, because I didn't see the live stream, so I didn't see it
I did.
being displayed. And I've got to be honest, I didn't really read a lot, first of all, about the size and scale of it. And I'm not a massive. The Sentinels are okay, but they're not something I was initially like 350 quid. Sign me up for straight away. However, it looks unbelievable.
How much was that one?
349.
Was it? So it's the same price.
Yeah. Well, no, Galactus is 399.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
well.
Which really makes the Galactus actually better value.
Yeah.
Because for the amount of plastic that's more,
yeah.
it's I think it's 13 extra inches.
And you're getting more figures with it as well.
4 figures now with it. Four tiers will unlock with it.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got two tiers with the Sentinel.
Yeah, because you've got the Doom head.
Got the Doom head.
I thought that was actually for some reason when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's a figure. But then I was like, oh, it's a head. And I was like, oh, right, okay. And for some reason, I just thought, when I saw the picture of it, because it looked small, it's just like a figure.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just a figure.
Because I would have preferred a figure, I think. But because it came so late in the day and I wasn't even expecting to get... I mean, I didn't even think we'd get Morg, to be honest. I didn't think we'd get near that. That was a real surprise to see I saw the digital render of it, because they're not even, produced a figure. And then all of a sudden I saw the Morg had been achieved, and the next morning I was like, oh, and you're getting a Doom head as well. And I saw it, same as you, I saw it as a figure, first of all. And then when, scroll through it more. But yeah, that'd be cool, because that's a bonus. I wasn't expecting that one. So 3 figures, a Doctor Doom head, Galactus, locked and loaded.
Yeah, it's a nice thing when it arrives. It'll be pretty special.
I'm going to need to do a serious reconfiguration of my little recording studio, because that is not going to fit on the screen.
That would be it.
I'm going to be widescreening that bad boy. We're going to be. I have to go to an IMAX theatre and put it right up on the screen.
We'll have to just give everyone a bit of this action.
There you go. That's the only time anyone needs to see me full screen.
I just like playing around with all the functions. So other than that, I mean, they had a fan first Friday for Star Wars Legends.
Yeah.
Where they revealed Rey's yellow lightsaber, the one she gets at the end of the last movie, which
Rey Skywalker. Jay Skywalker, Paul Skywalker, everyone's a Skywalker.
Right. Yeah. Well, I just take the name like she did.
Yeah.
And then they released it's the vintage collection. I thought this was pretty cool, and if I was still collecting Black Series, I'd wanted them to do this for
I
the
wanted to
6-inch.
ask you your views on the Star Wars one because our other friend Colin, who suddenly got into massive Star Wars collecting recently,
Mm.
although focusing on focusing predominantly on Empire and Return, not seemed a bit nonplussed by it. But
Yeah.
you are way more of an action connoisseur.
Well, I think that I like the vintage collection Stormtrooper pack. I thought that was pretty cool.
Great, wasn't it? I love the box
Yeah,
design as well.
but I was thinking, God, I'd love the 6-inch version of that. But it'd be like £100 or whatever, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
But
yeah,
but I mean, these Stormtroopers. This is something that I think that Black Series may be missing because when we get the army builders, and they're
yeah,
cheap.
yeah,
Well, Stormtrooper comes with an E11. That's it.
yeah.
So you've got the mold. Knock out
Bang,
Stormtrooper
oh,
mold. I
absolutely, bang
mean,
them
the
out.
new ones as well. The old ones with the double elbow joints. I don't know what the new ones are like, but all the other ones are single elbow joints. So it's not even like you're using all that much extra effort.
No,
It's plain white with black paint.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, look at my Hellfire guys. They've got more of a paint job than a
I
Stormtrooper's
know,
going to,
absolutely,
right?
yeah,
They articulate better than Stormtrooper's going to. So I think that that's the kind of thing. And when I was collecting Black Series, like big time, I still, I'm waiting for a couple that if they come out, I'll buy them. But I don't really pay too much attention anymore. I got everything I wanted,
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
as I say, apart from one or two that if they came out, I'd be like, I'm in. But that I always wish they'd do that because Stormtroopers, it was one of those. I'll tell you what, Stormtroopers were like the Cobra Vipers, right? Like they came out, and you got them, and I've got like 5 Stormtroopers, I think, just standard ones, and I've got my Sand Troopers and all the
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah,
versions.
yeah.
But
You got your do with the tray, haven't you?
yeah, exactly. But they then became so the standard Stormtrooper then became harder to get, and you just couldn't get him, and
Why?
it was like £30 or whatever. It was going up in price. It's just like they're troop builder pack. I don't understand why they wouldn't do that with
No,
Stormtrooper. Even now, I think they should do it.
absolutely.
And I know they've done a new mold. Sorry, I know they've done a new mold of the Stormtrooper, which is a little bit more detailed. It's got like the better cuts in the
Okay,
the vents and all that kind of stuff. But the old version, you still got it, and that old version is fine. And if you're going to put out a troop builder, that new one, okay, cool, full priced. But
yeah,
you've got the old mold, right? And it looks great. So
yeah.
put that
Same
on as a
amount.
troop builder.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one that people want to army because it's Star Wars, it's
That's the
Stormtroopers. You have
one
legions, right?
that
So just
you
put them out.
you hit the
I
nail
think
on the
people
head.
buy it.
That's the one I don't understand. Of all the genres, Joe's, Marvel, whatever, of all the genres, of all the armies,
Mm,
Stormtroopers are the most obvious ones for huge amounts.
yeah, yeah.
You know, even over your Hydras or your Ranks or anything like that. They're the obvious one that spring to
Yeah,
mind. Loads of Stormtroopers.
yeah. And I don't really get why they wouldn't do that now. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
you could say like the new version of it, the much better detailed one. You could say that's like a higher end one. So so when they filmed the movie, they had the stunt costume, and then they had the sort of extras one, and the
yeah,
stunt costume had the slightly curved lenses. So when you saw him close up, it was the one for the close up scenes and stuff
yeah,
like that. And then you had all the guys behind him who
yeah.
were like they're just there.
Which is what you do with the figures, wouldn't you?
You'd have like those ones that you've paid more for at your front, and then the rest of your army that's just built up at the back, right?
Yeah,
They've kind of done it with the Cobra Trooper. You've got the Cobra Trooper and Cobra Infantry. I have both, right? Now, I have because so today basically what happened. The reason I was taking those photos earlier on, I was just
yeah,
taking full photos of some of my Cobras and stuff like that. I had taken something up into our loft for Ange, and as I was walking past, I got a little box and it just says loose GI Joe. I just labelled it so I knew, and all it was, I'd put a whole bunch of them and then wrapped them in bubble wrap and put them in
yeah,
the box for loft. And I was like, oh, I'll take it down. I didn't know what was in it, so I was like, oh, this is like Christmas. So I get to see my
yeah.
extra
Little
toys
toy
again,
find.
right? And it had loads in there, so I just popped it open, and my Cobra Troopers were in there, and my infantry were already here. So I had them all standing together. And at one point, as the sort of day went on and it sort of got a little bit dimmer in the room, and I was looking at them all standing there. And apart from the fact that the troopers have got like goggles on their
Yeah,
helmet, or they can wear them, or whatever, and the infantry don't come with those. But their jackets, the troopers have black, and they have a black knife holster and all that stuff, and the infantry are navy blue, right, just like the rest
right.
of their uniform.
Yeah, yeah,
And I was looking at them, and like in this light, you can really tell. they look the same. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of that thing. They've done a similar thing there where they've got the infantry are the ones that the Cobra Troopers were Cobra Island exclusive target ones.
Yeah,
and then everyone moaned about it, and then they released the infantry, and it's like, okay, look, you don't get the sniper's rifle, and you don't get the goggles, and you don't get the sort of captain insignia
oh
thing.
right, yeah.
You don't get those things, but you get everything else. So you get 2 pistols, a knife, you get the assault rifles, you got all that, removable helmet,
Yeah,
all of that jazz, which is, I'm fine with that. I'm
yeah,
happy,
yeah,
right? You can army build those. Now they're not released as army builders, although now that we're seeing what they're doing with the Hydra, not the Hydra, sorry, the Shield agents with extra heads, extra guns, all that.
yeah.
I'm not expecting
Perfect.
that they're going to be dirt cheap like the other army builders, but maybe they're going to be a little. I know they're 2-pack, but maybe if they do like individuals where you get 3 guns and some extra hands or something.
I think they will. I think that's inevitably the way they're going.
Starting to see that there's a chance to get army builders with a little bit extra in there. Maybe even if it's like £1 more or $1 more or $2 more. Then maybe with Joe's it's a new line, it's a year in, but
true. Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
They're
Actually,
a bit more like the Marvel Legends. Maybe they'll say, hey, because Cobra Troopers, okay, this wave, these waves will eventually be gone, and they'll release Cobra Troopers down the line again because it's the standard Cobra Trooper. That's like it's gonna happen. But maybe
absolutely.
at some point they'll be like, hey, we're releasing an army builder, and it's the Cobra Trooper. Even if it was Cobra Trooper slightly like he didn't have both holsters, so he had like one pistol and one gun. I'd take it.
Of course
I don't
you would.
care.
Of course
I'd
you
be
would.
all over that.
Absolutely, because those little differences would make a difference on the price, which would give you more opportunity, and not significant amount, but just that little nudge extra to just get those 2 or 3. We talk about army builders, and I've got 2 guardsmen already and a third on the way in November, which is on a delayed pre-order, and I'll definitely get 2. I can probably imagine with the shield I'd end up getting probably 4 of the shield. I would think at some point, because you can use them in a multitude of different things.
I think I'm going to get 3 packs of the shield agents. I think that's what I'm aiming to get, because then I can have a couple of the guys with helmets, and I can also use all the heads.
Yeah.
So
that's a good shout. Yeah,
cool.
And I know already. So there's no point fighting it. I will probably do something ridiculous with the scrolls. And get 6, because then you can interchange the heads for the Avengers and other teams.
Yes.
And I've already stupidly worked it out in terms of, well, 2's not going to be enough. 4's fine if you're doing a Fantastic 4. Oh god, shit! That means I'm going to need 6. But then if I want the scrolls to be fighting Skrull Avengers or fighting other heroes, so we can stop at 6. Just don't be ridiculous. Stop at 6. That's it's going to be $120 worth of scrolls.
Of just scrolls. Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Because when you think about it, well, okay. So if the scrolls come out, they get 2 heads, and they get is it just 1 gun or 2?
2 heads and 1 gun.
Yeah. So 1 gun. So you might still get them at the standard army builder price, right?
I'm thinking 18. 14. Anything from sort of 15 to 18. I'm thinking they're going to be in, depending where you go. I've got both my AIM troopers were £16, which was really good. I've got one Hydra trooper at 20 and the other one at 17, I think. So round about that sort of mark. The guards would have been more expensive because they're not army builders. They're coming in proper.
Yeah.
boxes.
Why do you think they did that?
I can only think they did that because of the wave, as in that they fitted them into that wave. It fits that genre, but I don't know why, because they only come with 1 set of extra hands and 1 pistol.
Right.
And that's an army builder to me. Even I'd sacrifice the hand, 1 fist, 1 trigger finger for 1 gun.
Yeah.
That would be fine. And then I'd rather save $5-6 per figure, and then you you do go and get 4. I mean, I'm going to end up with 3, obviously, but you do end up getting 4 of those in the same way. Like you've got your Hellfire Troopers and that sort of thing, because of what they, you don't need all the accessories for that type of figure. You get, the
Oh yeah, the Hellfires come with 2 guns.
and so do the AIM,
Yeah,
and so do the Hydra
yeah, yeah.
Troopers as well.
And the
So
Hydra ones, they have their harness as well.
they're
So
very
they've
well
got a little bit
detailed,
extra. Yeah.
and
But,
the AIM Troopers are really well detailed because they've got the harness on, and they come with an extra holster which can sit sort of at an angle across their waist, or like a gunslinger.
it's a working holster.
Yeah.
Right.
So and then they come with two guns as well, and they've got
Mm.
really good trigger finger on them. Was good, which is really, the Guardsman one is terrible, really rubbish, really annoying. But so missed opportunity maybe, but yeah.
What kind of price do you think the Shield ones are going to be? I keep checking Hasbro Pulse every day to see when they're going to come out.
Shield and Scrolls, I keep thinking all the time. Absolutely, I think they are going to be almost at the price of 2 figures, because they look like they're boxing them slightly different.
Yeah, and you can't really call it Army Builder then.
No, because
you could say that with anything.
Yeah,
like, Ultron Army Builder. It's not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like it to be.
Oh, it'd be great, wouldn't it? But they're two. Because they're putting 2 distinctive styles of Shield Agent in, aren't they? So to differentiate, I hope I'm wrong, but these are the sort of things where,
well, they're the exact same body. It's just a slightly
absolutely.
One's got red visor, one's got silver.
Yeah, and I wouldn't doubt for a second that they're based on probably the Hydra Trooper body.
I think they're, are they not the same body as? Well, it's obviously a recast, so yeah, it probably is the Hydra Trooper one or the Hellfire one.
Hellfire.
But it's the same exact design with the holster and everything as the old Nick Fury figure, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Do you think we'll ever get that Nick Fury again? Please make me want it. And Maria Hill.
What I think prevents me thinking we will is you're going to see Nick Fury again in a Secret Invasion story in the MCU, which means you'll get an MCU version, I think.
Well, yeah, but we get movie and comic book versions of characters all the time, right? And so,
But they should do the head. Do both heads. Do the old school comic head.
I know.
And do the Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson head. Put them in white gloves.
Well, yeah, just put that costume.
Or just black gloves, whatever gloves, yeah.
Well, I want that costume. I want that old, so that it goes with those troopers. I think it'd be quite cool. But I want the cigar as well.
Yeah,
he's got to have the cigar.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'd like a Maria Hill as well, because I was watching something. I can't remember what it was. It was to do with these new Hydra troopers, and whoever it was at the time, like the video was kind of going, "Oh, the last time I got a comic book Maria Hill was Toy Biz." And they said it's about time we had a new one, and they're like, "Look, this thing's awful. We need another one."
Oh yeah,
and it's true. Yeah. You do quite need another one, right?
Yeah.
And actually, I know you just got one, but I was looking at my old Shocker figure the other day, and I was like, "It's shocking."
Shocking Shocker.
They need a new one of those too.
Yeah, right? I mean, I kind of hold out hope with all these. Every now and again, we seem to be getting a drip feed of Spider-Man ones at the moment.
Yeah,
more based on the cartoon series, which is
the
fine.
90s,
yeah. Like I looked at that Venom, but it doesn't really fit with the comic booky style ones. It's designed on the cartoon because it's got the painted shadow on it of getting the cartoon.
The red and the blue, yeah.
So it fits that. The Sandman, I think you can get away with that one because it's a different style of figure altogether. That will go well with it.
To that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no other way of getting a Sandman unless you want to pay hundreds and hundreds of pounds/dollars for it. It's just impossible. And and we need a Lizard as well. Really.
I really want Lizard. But I think because in my mind I know how I want Lizard, I think I'm going to be disappointed with whatever they do. And then really I just want them to give us a soft good jacket and B bendy tail.
Yeah.
And actually, I was thinking about this the other day because there's many times where on here we've moaned about soft goods. I moan about it with the Joes and with the Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing they do on the Black Series quite a lot.
Yeah.
They give them cloaks and stuff.
Oh, because they've really
And I'm like,
thought about it. Because there's so many
well, they
characters that
have, they
have that
haven't.
style.
They haven't, because they'll give them an outer cloak, soft goods, and then they'll do the one underneath out of plastic, and you're like, you still can't sit down.
Still got moving, yeah.
but the the outer one, I'd like to see more of that stuff being done. And like when you have characters, I had that Storm Shadow where he had the
Yeah,
jacket. You could use like a vinyl, like a thicker vinyl.
yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean.
Mm.
Something like that it would work. Or
Yeah.
there's other characters. So I'm looking around here. I'm looking
Oh
at
yeah,
the
we're
figures.
doing it. But the lizard lends itself to doing like they've just done with the Thanos deluxe figure or the War Machine deluxe figure. Bigger box.
Mm-hmm.
You focus on the tail, even if it's a 2-part tail, so you can clip it on, and then you can have the actual bit that's attached to the body at the back.
You want it to move, don't you?
You want it to move. You want it to rotate. So even if you just focus on the body, and then you put the second part into it, so you can turn it either way, and the body rotates. Because I've got the Scorpion figure, which I really love. It's great, but the tail only goes one way. There's no movement in it whatsoever.
And that's it. And that, again, with him, he's another one. And I just wish they'd start looking at putting bendy ones in. I just think it would work
definitely.
great.
And you're right. Actually, that should be the alternative in the box. So you get
it's not the same.
2 stars.
It's not the same as like when you're a little kid and you have a bendy one, you're like bending it around, and then like wires coming out. I know like some people, they might be like, well, kids might buy it, but let's be honest, the majority is people in our age
These
group,
aren't being made.
and
They
you'll be
know
posing
that.
it, so you'll be moving it a little bit for like a photo or
Yeah.
something like that. Anyway, we always have to have a moan about something, right? We were talking about, hey, look, these are cool army builders.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
It's
But you know what they
constructive,
should do? They should do this and that. Like, get on their case.
We sound like
I need to go
everyone on
all
the
way
live
off my
stream
back on
comments,
that
don't we? Everyone on the Hasbro Fan Fest comment.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Look, I know these things cost money. I know that it takes development. We're starting to see, obviously, with the female figures now. People have been saying it for a long time. We're starting to see the double elbow joints.
Yeah.
But I have seen other videos now, because I've said to you many times, I've said it on here, I want that ab crunch. I've seen other videos with people saying that now, and I'm like, okay, why not do it all at the same time? Are you just like, because you know what sucks about it, right? And I guess this must be why they do it, right? And it's the opposite reason for why it sucks for us, but it's good for them. Is that you'll get the character, and you're like, I wish it had this, and then eventually they'll re-release that character with that,
and
you're like, now buy it again, right? So
absolutely,
that is why they do it. I know it must be, because otherwise it would be logical to Anyway, but speaking of ab crunches, right? So I'm gonna talk about a toy that I got recently.
Crunch away.
And I didn't actually. I'll firstly, before I talk about a toy, I will talk about the other one that I've now remembered that I can talk about. I finally finished my first builder figure.
Yes, Tri-Sentinel. I love it.
Yep, I got all the parts.
That's cool.
So, there we go. So, why am I messing around here when I could just do this?
Flip yourself on full.
Flip myself off, yeah.
Excellent. Flip yourself off on it.
So there we go. There's my first completed builder figure. Otherwise, I just have lots and lots and lots of pieces like this.
Yeah. So, what's the weight ratio like in terms of standing that? Because the body's quite chunky and the legs are thin, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not great. It's very top heavy and it falls over very, very easily. You have to get it into really low stances, right? And
get your shot quick.
This leg's a little bit loose, so it doesn't do well. It looks nice, and I suppose if you balance it against something, or you balance it just right, you can do it. The articulation on the head isn't great, but it's all right. It's quite a cool thing to have. It's just because I'd bought so many that I was like, well, I might as well finish it.
Yes, definitely.
But so in getting that last part there, let me just show you while I have a little that one there. So I picked up the last figure I needed. And that is going to be, okay, don't show me that. Oh, this is very, very professional, isn't it?
Chat amongst yourselves.
Yep, here it is. So I think it's that one. It's this one here. Marvel Girl Jean Grey. Yeah, that's the one that I've just picked up. And I have to say, this is one of the worst figures ever. It's almost like, why did you bother making it? And what I mean is, they must have known how bad it was when they made it. and then what I don't understand, I got it on a sale. I got it on Amazon sale, where they sent me a link saying, oh, because obviously when you look at things, they know what you've been looking at.
Yeah,
You might be
absolutely.
interested in this.
You
It's a
might be have
one-time
this.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that popped up, and I was like, oh god, it wasn't that cheap. It was $14.99, and I thought I just want that last leg, and I was like, you know
figure,
what,
yeah.
whatever.
Build
I'll have
figure.
the figure, which I've now donated to my daughter anyway. But here she is, right? So here's my problems with this figure. Can you see what's wrong with it? Look at this.
How
This
on
is a solid
earth?
piece. Look,
Yeah, that's what I say.
absolutely. This is a statue. There's no articulation.
That's like that Daredevil one I
here
got, the select
at
figure.
all.
It doesn't
Yeah.
move.
Now it's got the same legs, as I guess it's
Gwen
Moira
Stacy
Taggart
legs or
and Gwen
Mortega.
Stacy,
Yeah.
and the same dress, except this skirt is it is bendable plastic, but it's a bit thick, like it's harder than the Moira McTaggart and that.
Yeah.
So it had a split. It had a split up to there, but I split it further, and I did on that side as well, just because you really couldn't move the legs at all. Even like you could get that one to do that, but that was it. But now I've made it so she can move better, because I just thought it was a bit of a stupid design.
But the head
It's
doesn't move because
terrible.
of the hair.
The head doesn't move well. Like you can do
Mm.
that. You can push past
Better
it.
than I
Looks
thought.
down. Doesn't look up. Single elbows.
Of course.
Comes with another set of the standard splayed girl
Yeah.
hands. I'm not going to show you that. It comes with a ball with a flower in it, which I'm not sure what that is.
Some from Krakoa, because it's from the House of X range. That's a Jonathan Hickman relaunch.
Yeah, this is one of the worst figures that I've ever had the mispleasure of owning out of the Marvel Legends, and I just don't understand it, because when we say that the bottom part is pretty much Gwen Stacy, so why could they not use the top part?
Yeah.
Because, like, you would normally, I know I always complain that the females can't bend forward or back, but this, I mean, it's got that articulation here.
Yeah.
So the hips can do that.
Yeah.
But that's it. She can't bend at all. She can't lean. She can't do anything.
Why is it a solid piece? I don't
no idea.
know. I don't understand.
Especially as it was a figure that was released recently.
Yeah. It was last year.
And in that set, who did you get? You got, you had a really good Wolverine.
There's great Wolverine.
Cyclops, which I like.
Cyclops, excellent. The Magneto is great. You've got Professor X. You've got, and then you've got, who else did you get in that wave? House of X wave. Moira McTaggart.
Moira has got the same skirt, and it's the same legs. So they've actually released a figure with the same setup in that wave. I mean, this one, the knee's really wobbly on this one. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, I can see. Yeah. But I mean, funny, I was moaning about that costume to Daryl on our other on our other podcast, saying because we've been
on the toy, or just as in
well in the comic book we was moaning about. I was saying I don't like that costume. I don't think that's for everything they've done with the X-Men and House of X the last couple of years. Has been amazing stories and a really good jumping on point for anyone that is interested in reading X-Men books. That's a complete step backwards in terms of within the comic anyway, to put her in that rubbish old 60s costume. To then bring it out as a figure, I couldn't understand anyway. To then bring it out as that style of figure, it's almost like they looked around and thought, I don't really want to make a lot of effort here on this last one. We need to fill the wave. But then why not just rehash the better bodies you've already got?
Well, that's the thing. It's, if they released that figure and it was a decent figure, you'd kind of look past the costume because you'd be like, yeah, but it's a really, really good figure, so it's quite cool. It's just bad. It's just really bad. There's like, I don't know why anyone would want it in their
That is
collection,
really
right? Other
disappointing.
than to get the leg,
To
which is
get the
the only
leg.
reason I bought it. I gave it
Yeah,
to my daughter just because, like, she's only 3, so to her this is just figure,
that's cool.
it's
Yeah,
fine. And like, kind of, she's watched a couple of things recently where there's been a superhero in it, and I was like, well, it's a girl superhero. She doesn't know it's Jean Grey. It's just some girl superhero, so she just has her in her. To be honest, all of these things, whenever she comes into this room, she's like, "Oh, well, your toys," and like wants to look at them. And then whenever I give them to her, she's like, "Oh, thanks, Daddy." And then she plays with it for like about 30 seconds, and then it's gone.
those
And then
go.
I just find it on the side
Yeah,
somewhere and never touched again.
yeah.
Even like, I've got a Boba Fett from the Empire Strikes Back one. Every time she'd come in, she's like, "Oh, Boba Fett, Boba Fett." Okay, I'll tell you, I've got a new one, and I've got that one twice already. Have this. It just was on the
You'll
side.
get
It
it
never.
back. Yeah,
It
yeah,
just like, I was like, all right, whatever.
yeah. It's a
You
safe one to
can't
give
force
away.
these things, right? You can't force these things. So yeah, yeah. So that's that one. That was pretty awful. But you've had a couple that you've picked
I've
up.
had a couple. I'll quickly, because you mentioned it already. I'll just talk about the Shocker, which I managed to get at very good
Oh yeah,
price,
yeah.
second hand, via good friends on eBay from a buyer I bought from before, who keeps them in a display case. Smoke free environments, really well looked after, and I love it. It's excellent. It's
That is cool. Oh, you've
really,
cut out.
really moved to the
You've
right way.
oh, you're back. Oh no, he's gone. I guess we've lost Paul. I don't know where he's gone. I'm going to see if I can get him back. So I'll just send. I don't know if I have to send another invite, but I'm going to do it anyway, just in case. Oh no, he's back. Here he is. He's returned. The
He
the
he
Master of
dis
Disaster has returned.
he disrupted the circuits.
Yeah, right.
How weird was that? Oh,
That's
hello
shocking
everyone.
behaviour.
I'm back. Shocking behaviour from the Shocker. Yeah, he's cool. The only thing I'm not mega keen on with these is the shock ultra frequency sort of rays that come with him are too Master of the Mystic Art
Strange.
ones. They
Yeah.
should be long. They should be thinner and extended out. So when he's in that blast out mode,
But at the
they're
same
they're
time,
pulsing out.
I think we've probably got enough effects that you could get away with doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just I put some on our Insta the other day, and I just did a blur effect on them and put them on there. But yeah, really, very cool. Yeah, really cool. So older figure, but I was after a Shocker for a long time. I mean, I'm sort of up to like a dozen or more spider villain rogues galleries at the moment. As I say, there's a few I desperately want to get, and hopefully they'll come out again. But yeah, that's a really cool figure. I like that.
I really do hope that they release a new version of him. I mean, I'd love to get my hands on that, but I mean, how much did you say you got that one for?
So I got that for 27.
That's pretty good.
Really good, because they've been
Yeah,
going for 40 odd pounds.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, and I checked because you think sometimes if it's too good to be true, it's a fugazi, but
Yeah.
it was genuine. And say came
It's someone that you buy
instantly,
from all the time as well,
bought
right?
from before, instantly shipped, packaged brilliantly 'cause it was loose, so not in a box. So packaged, put it into a box, inside bubble wrap the box, packed it. So
Nice.
it was perfect.
Nice. Oh, that's good.
Really
And
good. So well looked
as you
after.
always say, isn't it lovely when you buy from a collector who just wants it to go to
Oh,
someone who
once it even put the note in, said, "Hope you enjoy the figure. Have lots of fun with it." So that's
excellent.
always a dream.
Definitely. So yeah, so you also got what else did you get? Let me do my little thing. I think you got one of these, didn't you? Let me see. I love how slow I am at this. Right, so
It's all teed up
so
though. It's all
so
good
it
preparation.
kind of is. It's this one here. Here you go. You got one of these, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and here he is. It's
Oh,
not opened.
oh,
I've had a week and a half, and he's not opened yet at all.
I bet you
So
can't wait to open him.
I'm gonna do a proper
You can do
video
an
on this one because I
unboxing.
love it so much. Because it's got so many Iron Men, and then I can just do a bit of a compare and contrast with all the other comic book ones.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't going to get this initially, because I thought I've got so many Iron Men, and I was hunting down the 80th anniversary as a loose one. I've got the a boxed, unopened one, but I was hunting this one down. Not this one. I was hunting down the 80th anniversary. I got a loose one as well, so that was great. And then I got the stealth armor, which came a couple of weeks ago. So plenty going on with them. But then I got into rereading the comic book run that this came from, because it came from the same one when they introduced War Machine first time
yeah,
around, the deluxe version that you've just bought as well. And then so I got more and more into reading it in the comics, and this is beautiful on the back of the box here. You can actually see that it's straight from the cover of,
yeah.
I think that's issue 331. So got straight into that, and then I was like, oh, I'm obsessed with this figure now. I'm obsessed with it. So obviously I went and got it, and I've got another one on order from Nerd Toys because that was delayed. In fact, I had one on order from Pulse, which has been put back to the end of November. So I went to Nerd Toys, got it on Nerd Toys at the same price, which has been slated for August and hasn't come yet. Hasn't come in September yet. They haven't got a date on that one yet. And then I was on Amazon at the weekend, and it did that whole, because you looked at so and so, £20 available today. So I got it.
Excellent,
I ordered it on Saturday, got it on Sunday. As I say,
excellent.
I've had a week and a half this week, so I've not had a chance to open it at all yet. But I want to have a proper,
Oh, I've been
really
eyeballing it.
savor it.
I've
Yeah.
been eyeballing it for a while, man. Like, it's one of those weird things. I was like, oh, I should have bought it. Should I buy
Yeah.
it? And I'm like, so I probably am going to end up getting it
Well,
because
at some point, if you change your mind, I've got a second one coming. So
no, I'm just basically saying
you
hold that
know,
for me because I will be buying it from you. I'm
yeah,
just, I'm
yeah.
just waiting to be honest. Like since our last podcast, I've only got two figures, which is
Oh,
you which has been that one I showed you, and the one that we're going to talk about in a minute. Um, so yeah, I mean, but it's because I think that I have some. Well, it's one of those things, when you go on Hasbro Pulse, it's like, yeah, it's coming in September, and I'm like, okay, when in September? So I think that I'm meant to be getting like my Snake Eyes with Timber and my
right.
and my Breaker with Ram, right?
Yeah,
Although I have already paid for both of them. Oh yeah, so that's what happened. So I had ordered Breaker with Ram, and I had him on Hasbro Pulse,
yeah,
and I started to see people getting theirs, and I was like, oh man, what's going on? And then I looked, and because of all the other orders I had, I didn't want to, you can't prepay, and I was like,
yes,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
them to come out at once because I've got some legends, like a whole wave of legends coming and stuff like that. And so I went on Star Action Figures, did the PayPal, bought it, right? So it's paid for.
Pay for done, yeah.
And then I had this weird, I can't remember what caused it. I woke up um, one morning and I had gone on to Hasbro Pulse and I was scrolling through just to see what was coming to me, and I saw Break with Ram cancelled, and I went, "Oh shit, I haven't ordered it." Went on Star Action Figures and ordered it,
Got
right?
it.
And then I looked at it and I went, "Oh, hold on a minute, no, I've ordered it already." So
And
and I
that's the one you
PayPal.
asked me about cancelling, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, I've paid for two. So I emailed them, and they were like, look, if it was your credit card, we'd just refund it to you. Because you've done the PayPal, we have to give you store credit. That's like our T's and C's. So I'm like, okay. So then I went, you know what? Hasbro Pulse, cancel Snake Eyes, went on there and bought Snake Eyes. I was like, well, I'll
brilliant.
spend the money anyway.
Yeah,
So, fuck it. So now if I get those two, actually they're paid for, but I did pay for Snake Eyes this month already. So that's
right.
already like 50 quid
Yeah,
down, So I'm like, just be held back on the toys. And actually, my wife was going to take my daughter to Smith's Toys today, and I was like, oh man, I need to go to Smith's Toys. and and then so what I was hitting at, because I was going to be working, I was like, oh yeah, like, have a look for me. But then my daughter's just gone back to nursery, which means that she's instantly got the lurgy, and she
Of
wasn't feeling
course.
well, so she's gone straight home. So she didn't
Bless
go to
her.
the toy shop. Yeah, so in a way, I'm glad they didn't go, because it would have meant that I'd have spent more money that I could do
Yeah.
without.
No.
But anyway, so other than that, I've just been trying to be good for now for the
Well, you have
rest
been
of.
in. If you're just 2 figures in, that's
I know,
very
right?
good.
I'm
That's very
doing
good.
I'm doing pretty good there.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
So so in that case, I guess we both got. I think it's this one.
You go for it.
Yeah, we both got this guy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
worked. So
Look at it. Look, Ultron.
all of
No,
his.
I'm
Oh,
I'm joking. That's the old. No, hold on. That Ultron Wars.
there he is.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah, in
brilliant.
all of his glory.
Excellent. He's so cool. He
I
is so
really do like.
cool.
I really do like it. It's a painted silver figure, isn't it?
Yes,
So
it
there
is.
are a couple of places where I've got some scuffs, like since he's been posed a bit, and a couple of bits here. There's a bit of a distortion on the paint just here. But you know what? When I look at things like that on this figure, I think where it just looks like battle damage on the metal, so it doesn't really bother me that much.
No, it's a good shout. And I think it has to be painted because it's representing the comic book version, and
Yeah,
that is straight up comic book version. It couldn't be any more perfect in terms of the look. Oh, and this is what I wanted the MCU version to look like. And I know the army droids
yeah,
were, but that's what I wanted. Not that
yeah,
bloody.
the army droids were how
Or
he's supposed to
they
look.
were
Yeah,
supposed to be. Yeah,
yeah. But do you
one
like
for the
my I'm
fans.
not James Spade with a
Yeah,
tilted
I
head?
did. That's what made me think of it. It's perfect.
But you know, I love how the swivel is hidden by his design
Yeah,
and stuff like that. And
yeah.
also, do you know, it's just a different torso. So it's got a twisty, but
It's
it's
got
got the
twist there.
woman's torso,
Yeah, I
not
thought
the
that.
female
I
torso.
thought when I was playing with it, I was thinking that's
Yeah.
that narrow around the hips there, around the waist bit, isn't it? And then now, yeah,
Yeah, so you know,
I remember
it
that.
has that movement, but because of the height on here, he tilts forward, not great, but a
Yeah,
little bit more than most
yeah,
of the females do. And then, you know, you've got his side is really good. So,
yeah.
you know, that's how you do your
I
James
want to do
Spader.
that. I saw a great. I am going to shamelessly steal the idea. Someone had done it from looking down, and he was standing on all piles of Avengers figures, all
Right.
underneath him, and he was looking up, so he was arched back with his head up, so sort of coming into that, with the camera coming down on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna shamelessly steal that. But yeah, he's absolutely comic accurate, which is exactly what I want from a Marvel Legend.
Definitely. It's a lovely figure. And this is one that I would like to have a whole bunch more of. I think, yeah, it's a shame. I mean, and this is one. See, I look at this and I'm like, this could be an army builder.
Yeah,
You know,
it
like
could
it's
be.
quite
It's very
plain.
simple. Very
Yeah.
simple. Yeah.
But you know, they're not going to do that. But yeah, I love this figure. I've had so much fun posing it since I've got him.
And I think the little detail. He's got the spikes on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Comes from
Got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And how did he? I haven't put the electrical bolts yet. How do they sit okay in there? They just
Yeah, it literally just goes. You can put it however you want. It just goes in
excellent.
slots. Just slot it in, and then twist it.
Yeah, again, I only
So,
opened him. I got him yesterday, and I only opened him this evening before we came on air.
right. Okay. Yeah, I got him. You know, I didn't open him straight away because he arrived and I had to go out, so I just had him sat on the side. But then I couldn't wait to play with him. I
Yeah,
just wanted. I'd been waiting because this one, you know, I almost got it a while back and then
yeah,
didn't. So I was like, oh, I've got Ultron coming.
and
Wicked. And
I've
again, this was in demand toys. I got this one from.
cool, very cool. I haven't got them here actually. I've got the original Yellow Jacket, which was Hank Pym from the early Avengers comics. I've got that Marvel Legend and the original Vision Marvel Legend, the comic version. So I'm going to be putting all those three together because obviously, for those who know their comics, in the comics, Hank Pym created Ultron, and then Vision came from that. So I've got old school comic Ultron, old school comic Yellow Jacket, old school comic Vision.
Awesome.
So I've got some good old good old
That will
shots
look
we did,
good together.
and then about 500 Iron Man figures to put him in against as well. So
Of course, yeah.
yeah.
But again, it is a shame then that you don't have a whole bunch of other Ultrons, right?
Yes, that's the thing. Only this old random Toy Biz figure from Mini 2006. This is.
Did you get that at the time?
I got this on the Space Bridge a few months ago.
Right, okay. A few
Yeah.
months ago. Okay.
Yeah, I've
Did
been
you
saying
not
that
know
for
this one was
ages.
coming out?
No, do you know? I got it way before this was announced. I got this
Right.
probably 5 months ago, 6 months ago, maybe. This one,
Right.
and it was in the loose section in there. You know, he's got the baskets down the wall.
Oh
Near
yeah,
the till.
it was in
It was
there.
in. He was in there. £10.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
So I thought, well, that's perfect. That's just
When are you
perfect for
going
some
back
old
down
school.
there again?
I'm aiming. I'm hoping. What I might do, I'm picking up my new car Saturday. So I
What are you
might.
getting?
I'm getting another Duster, brand new Duster, but it's brand new 71 plate with all the mod spec to it. So I'm going to say we need to give it a good one. We're not doing most. Why don't we pop down to New Milton? It's only 40 minutes away, and we'll have some lunch at the nice pub in Lymington near there. And why don't we just go down there and you can go
actually,
shopping while I take the
might as
boys to
well.
the Space Bridge? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I've got £60 burning a hole in my pocket now for my fucking Metro figures being cancelled. So I might as well go and spend it in the Space
Might as
Bridge.
well. Oh yeah, definitely. Why not, man? And
Yeah,
while you're there, give me a shout and tell me what they've got
I
in the
will
bargain bin.
absolutely. If you get a text on Saturday afternoon, then it'll be want this. Anyone need this? Anyone need this?
Excellent.
Anyone need this?
Well, I'll keep my eyes open for that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
but it's my plan that has been known to go wrong because one reason, wife going, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where I got my domino. Obviously, the one time I've been there, and yeah, I like that little basket thing he's got on the side there. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, that's where I got my black hat from.
Yeah.
Out of that basket there, and I got an Iron Fist out of there and a Psylocke out of there, and
awesome.
Yeah, a couple of older ones. Yeah, so fingers crossed, we'll see. It's always a plan that can be scuppered, but fingers crossed, we'll see.
Oh, we live in hope. We live in hope.
Yeah.
So, what else have we got?
So
I think that you got a double pack of something.
I did get a double pack. This came through. Would you like to see?
I think it'd be this one. I'm not going to
show it on the screen. There it comes. Look at this. He's all over it. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
There they are.
Right. And if we go straight to Paul.
So the thing that really impressed me is the box. I love the design of the box. So it was my first Infinity Saga. It's got design on the side with all the MCU characters in this sort of faded out sort of blue purple. Really, really cool on the side of it. And then they've reversed it. Same figure. They've reversed it the other side. So you've got the other half a cap on the other side. And I've got. So this is my first Infinity Saga. But next week,
it's an unboxing. Are we getting an unboxing?
You get an unboxing.
Oh.
And there we are. So we have flight. Yeah, it's around this side, isn't it? I've got to remember on the other way around now. So we have flight hands for Captain Marvel, and then you have the holding this pretty sweet nano tech gauntlet under there as well, and then rescue. So many accessories with rescue. So you've got obviously got the Gwyneth Paltrow full on head. Then you've got the faced open plate. Then you've got the full on rescue. Really, really cool that. And then you've got the one pack over here to clip on. So she's got a backpack on. Let's just take out the box there. So she's got. Here she comes. So she's got a backpack on here.
Yeah. She's already got that on.
Yeah, and that was in already. And then you've got. Let's flip out the multiple connections go on the back. So it's just the high one on the back there, and then
you couldn't see that, by the way. I saw your hand.
Yeah, so yeah, so you got those on there, and then this bit under there pushes up. If I can do it, let's play around with it for a minute. As you can tell, you're literally getting an unboxing now. Connect that into there.
And this is good to watch. It's like the frog in Family Guy when he's trying to throw out the window.
Come on.
You know what? I just like to say I've loved how many viewers we've had. I should have actually just streamed this to Old Chums Geek Chat and got it on there.
Right, I need to do some playing around with that before I work that
Actually.
out. Anyway, that's going to look cool. So there's obviously the secondary wings that go on the back as well. And then she's got, we said the stealth armor, she's got the repulsor beams that come out, which are the same ones off the stealth armor in the blue. It's a reasonable Gwyneth look, I'd say, on her there.
Yeah.
Reasonable
Yeah.
Gwyneth look. The classic female midriff.
Single elbow joints.
Of course, single elbow joints, of course. But the detail on the armor is awesome. I really love these MCU
I
armors.
really liked that figure. When I saw that, I thought she looked great, and there was a part of me that was like, "Oh, I wouldn't mind getting that." But
yeah, and this was a complete. And again, real detail on the back under there. This was a. I no idea. I didn't realise. Just randomly in my Amazon account, and I had like 40 quid's worth of vouchers sat in there that I didn't even realise I still had.
Oh, that's the dream.
Absolutely, and I was like, okay, then that pack just came up on my page, so I was like, right, I'm getting that, and then I pull out the Captain Marvel. So I love this. Is my favourite of her suits from Endgame, which is the reverse of her Captain Marvel suit. So you got the blue and red in reverse on it. The face is it's a bit of a grower. Originally, I was like, it looks a bit boyish, but actually. It's all right.
I think it looks all right.
It grows on me more the more I look at it. It's a single elbows again. The crunch isn't great, and annoyingly, this is great because this is loose. But then they could have really used the opportunity to have the swivel twist like we've got with Ultron on it. So we don't, unfortunately. It's standard female form.
She can't twist.
She could twist from the top,
right?
But they haven't taken the opportunity with the tunic, like they've done, like we've got on Ultron here with the waistband. They could have done that, so they missed that opportunity. Could have done that. Then they could have used that to disguise that and had to turn on it. Single elbows, but I do like the costume again. The MCU ones, because they're obviously not trying to be comic book ones. You do get all the detail inside the costume and the texture, the fabric that you see in the movie is on there as well. Again, lots of extra spare hands, and then I do like the tech gauntlet, the nanotech gauntlet is really cool as well.
That is cool, yeah.
And it goes on as well.
Oh, it goes on. Oh, that's good.
So I can get. Actually, I need to take her hand out, hand off. Now we're going on.
Wicked.
There we go.
Nice.
So we can have that little play around with that now with any of my other MCU figures, Endgame figures.
Definitely.
Have a little relay as they did in the movie. So yeah, quite pleased with those with that set. I'm not the biggest collector
of the MCU one.
No, I was saying that I set them up on the shelf the other day, and including the Marvel Select, I've got about 30. So I'm completely talking bullshit in my own head. I'm going, I'm not really the biggest fan of the MCU ones. Got everything.
I did think that the Infinity Saga, they've got the Captain America. I was like, that looks quite good, but they're like $26.99.
Yeah. They've done a bit of an upgrade on the figures, slightly changed the molds on the faces for these ones. It looks okay. The reason I didn't get, actually, I love the Captain America, but the reason I didn't get that one is my boys have got the £7-8 ones you get where they don't have the articulation, the arms just go up, the legs go, and they are actually, the detail on them is really cool. And I got got a couple of comic Captain America ones and the Endgame suit which he wore in the original Avengers film, which he wore in Endgame when he went back to 2012 to get
that
Stone.
one that I would like to, because I saw that the other day, not affordably. But I looked at it and I was like, oh, you know what? Because as you know, as everyone in the world knows, I want a good Cap figure and I don't have one. And I was like, I would accept that. I'd have that one.
I really love it, and it's the closest. It's the closest hybrid to the closest costume he's had in the MCU that's comic booky,
Exactly.
and it looking like an MCU figure. So that's a real favourite. I really like that one. That
Yeah,
looks
and
quite
that's
decent.
why I was looking. I was like, because you could get away with it as a comic book one,
Yes.
or as
Yeah. But I'm keeping these ones. I'm going to keep them stored in their box rather
right.
than
Oh, really?
polybag them. Yeah, because the box is really cool.
Right.
And it's really easy to open. It's like the Joe box is one slip of sellotape on the side, slide the
Straight
whole
out.
thing
Yeah.
out, and I will show you quickly actually. I think this is pretty cool. The cardboard, the insert, because I always like to see what the artwork is all the different logos.
Ah, that's cool. That is cool.
So
Yeah,
I
I
think
like
that's
that.
really
Yeah.
cool as well. And it's all of them. You're looking at them all going, what's that? Oh yeah, Hawkeye. Oh, Ant-Man. Oh, Doctor Strange. Oh, Groot. Star-Lord.
Yeah.
So that's really cool as well. So that's a nice little touch of it as well. So I think as a 2-pack, I think that was well worth that. And
Yeah.
the presentation of the box is great. Next week I've got Serta coming.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the big old 13-incher.
That'll be good
So
for our next
yeah,
podcast.
we look forward to that one.
Forward to
So
that,
yeah, so I'm
definitely.
pleased with that. Pleased with that pack. That's come out
Yeah,
quite well.
nice, man.
Quite
Nice.
good.
When will I get a Captain America? When will I
Oh,
get a
Cap.
good Captain America?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yeah. When we were talking about the Star Wars Black series earlier on, I forgot to mention when they talked about the Fan First Friday, they showed a new version of Grief Karga.
Oh, right,
Have you seen it?
I saw, not, I haven't seen it up close. I saw some of the glam, but not up close. What's it look like? You got it here?
I think it's gonna be that one actually. Look at his bags under his eyes.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine if you were Carl Weathers?
What have
Right?
they done to Carl?
And they gave you that. It's like you look at me like this is what they think I look like.
Yes. Oh, that's
The,
harsh. Do you
the
know what
thing
they've
is when
done? He looks like a
like
oh
he's
my
on
god,
crack.
yeah, but I
Like,
forget his name. The guy playing Moff Gideon, amazing actor,
oh right, yeah, John Carlo
Giancarlo
Esposito.
Esposito, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks a bit like a chubbier version
But
of
when I
him.
saw it, I just started laughing. The first thing I did, I saw his face. I just started laughing.
That is
I was
really
like,
harsh on Carl.
because the reason I started laughing was partly because it's the bags are like Emperor Palpatine's, right? Well, actually, they're probably a bit more like mine, but I just like imagined him being presented with that figure,
What the
and
fuck?
well, and having to be nice and smile, like, ah,
Excuse me.
yeah, thanks. It's
That's
like,
made me cough from laughing.
because like then I think about say the Henry Golding Snake Eyes one. He was well chuffed when he got that. And
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
looked good,
and
as the
Simu Lau
Anthony
when
one.
they gave
Yeah,
him
yeah,
his
yeah.
Shang-Chi one, he looked
Shang Chi,
fantastic.
exactly. And what a good movie.
Oh,
And
awesome movie.
yeah, and then Carl Weathers gets that. That's the second version, but still, it's like improve me, like
Honestly,
so yeah.
poor Carl,
Poor old Carl.
legendary actor.
I
Poor
know, I
Carl.
know. So, did you have anything else, or is that
Only
us?
two older ones just to quickly
Go on then.
mention, which one is terrible and one is great. So our friend Colin got me the Black Bolt,
Oh yeah, yeah,
which I
yeah.
wanted because I wanted to finish my Illuminati. So I've
Mhm.
got, you've got Iron Man, Namor, Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, um, Black Bolt, and so I wanted to finish that off. So he got me this one, which he picked up in a store he was
Yeah,
which is the body in the figure is okay. The second head is one of those ones that's
that was the
fine.
day that I asked for Hella, and they were like,
50
"Yes."
quid, wasn't
Spencer's
it?
all like,
Yeah,
"Oh, they
yeah.
know."
They do. Oh, he knew, didn't he? But these bits don't detach.
Oh,
They're
okay,
glued in, which is so annoying
right,
because they're glued in for the principle of when he come in the box like that, they fix onto his side,
right,
which is great for that shot. But I'd
yeah.
like to do some fucking other stuff with him than just that. Thanks very much. So I'll see your Marvel girl, and I'll raise you Black Bolt because I've had to manipulate that back, and then I had to get the old your trick, get the old hairdryer out to soften up his arms, so I could get his arms into poses where effectively I can sort of get him in a position where, with the right
Oh, that's
angle,
lame, man. That
it's
sucks.
really annoying, especially when you think like the vulture, falcon. They have the two inserts for the wings.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
You
like,
know what?
why won't that come out? And I did a good old, am I
I'd be
being a
tempted
dick? And
to
it's properly glued in.
I'd be tempted to remove them, and then when you want to use them for shots,
Sticks
just
them
use
under.
some blue
Yeah,
tack or something like that.
yeah, yeah,
Personally, if it
yeah,
wasn't one that I thought, oh, one day this is going to be worth like
yeah.
£1 billion.
No,
Uh,
because I want to do a like stand all the Illuminati around each other in silhouette, with like just a little light
yeah,
shining on them, like one of the classic covers, and have them just sort of, just sort of, looking to the side, looking sinister. But you've got your fucking weird bingo wings going on the back. And so I was really annoyed because he looked great in the box, and he came in, came in that pose. He looked great in the box. I thought, oh yeah, cool. And I was like, don't tell me. So yeah, that was annoying. And that one I did pick up very cheap was I wanted, on the basis that I've got what looks like a Hawkeye suffering a serious road accident, the old school Hawkeye comic book one. I got the Infinite Legends version,
oh yeah, I like that.
and
I
it's
think it's
great.
wicked, man.
It's really great. The body
Where did you
costume is
get that
great.
one?
This eBay from the same collector. I got the Shocker,
How much was that then?
£14.
What?
£14. Now,
One
£14.
four
Yeah, because it didn't come with the
the quiver,
arrow, the quiver in the case.
right?
But I have the other Hawkeye, the comic book Hawkeye, that does come with it. So I've got one to use.
Oh
But the
man,
bow is wicked. The came with the bow as well, really sweet bow. So £14 loose,
hell yeah!
perfect
I need to
condition.
find me a seller like that.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That's really good.
So that makes up for the Hawkeye, and then I can swap the head over as
I was
well.
going to say, if you swap the head, like, does
Yeah,
it look all right on
it
there?
looks
Or
fine. Color scheme as well. The only disappointment, obviously, this one isn't the very comic book, the high,
not
like the
yeah,
Wolverine, the high-eared side of the costume, but it does work. It works really well. So
awesome.
yeah, just thought I'd flash that one out. Or more talk about the fact it was such a great price. Those bargains are still out there.
Yeah, yeah. If you
Still out
know
there,
where to
folks.
look, and
Yeah.
Paul, the sommelier of superheroes, he knows where to look. Um,
and
so,
and that's
go
my
on.
figures.
That's your figures. So, with the fan first Monday coming up on September 13th, two things. What do you think we're going to get, and what do you hope we're going to get?
It's interesting, isn't it? I thought there might be more Excalibur
That's
coming
what
on
I
the
think.
base. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had that 3-pack.
I hope it's not another multi-pack.
So I'm really disappointed because
I want Captain
I
Britain,
want
and
the
that's
Captain
it.
Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't want to pay £60 to get it. And the Kitty Pryde, the body and the figure look great. I love that costume design, but she's got some stupid weird face on her, like she's standing
Well,
outside the
they're all
supermarket.
smiling.
Yeah, like she's doing a
They're all got big
survey outside the
grins.
supermarket. Can I have
Yeah.
5 minutes of your time, please? And that's no good when I wanted to be bashing up Magneto or
No,
Apocalypse.
and that's
So
it. That's when I looked at that set, I was like, why have they? Because it's on both of them. They're both
yes,
smiling. I'm like, why have
yeah,
they done that?
no,
You know,
pointless.
and I don't mind if they put a smiley face, but it gives a second head. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, I bought the black cat with the smiley face, but I only bought it because I've got another black cat with a not smiley
exactly.
face,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like, it just be for if I want her in
yeah.
a photo when
And
she's smiling.
and that's the thing with, I think, certain characters. More thought's got to go into. If you're getting one head, more thought's
Mm.
got to go into what's the purpose of this figure. You get away with the black cat, maybe smiling because she's a bit happy-go-lucky, carefree, flies by the seat of her pants, loves the thrill of
Mm.
the heist. You can get away with that type of thing, but other figures, it just I mean, I'd rather more that they actually went for just the simple straight
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
nonplussed
yeah,
face
definitely.
than go to a polar extreme for it. So that's what I think. What do I want? I would love a load more spider villains.
Yeah,
I'd love to get more of those. Right, I want a hobgoblin. I want a lizard. I want a craven, ideally. But
yeah.
that's
Oh
because I'm
yeah, Craven
selfish
would
and
be
I need
great.
those. And I need
No,
those to.
I agree with it. Well, Hobgoblin, obviously we all thought for a moment that was about to
Yeah,
happen,
yeah.
right?
It might have been a bit
But,
trolling, but that was old school. Yeah,
yeah, but maybe it was there on purpose, just to sort of hint
could
going
be.
forward, because
Yeah,
lots of people picked up on that.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to get more Excalibur. Um, I'd like a Nightcrawler because I don't have one, but I know that he wasn't really released that long ago, was he?
That's right. No,
So,
you're right.
so I don't know that I'm going to be able to get one of those. But other than that, yeah, Spider Villains would be wicked.
Yeah,
As we said, Lizard would be really
I would
good.
be. I mean, I'm trying to
Craven
think.
would be a great one.
There's nothing. There's nothing imminent that's not either been announced or shown already. So, like Spider-Man: No Way Home movie, we've seen those figures. There's a,
It's
there's a,
it's
there's the
Captain America
Venom.
80th anniversary, so
Well, that is my real hope. Is that there is a they want to do the old classic Captain America fine from when he was first launched fine, but do the proper like the 80th a proper comic book version. Give us a Bucky, a War Bucky, if you want, in that old school one. I would love to take a Diamondback, who he hung around with in the comic books, from the Serpent Society. She'd be pretty cool, and she became his girlfriend for a while. She's been in that the last few years, so that would be quite cool. There's any number you could do with the Captain America figure, or a comic book Sharon Carter, or something. So that would be my hope. 80th anniversary,
part
but
part
this
of
is the
my
last
thought,
chance.
yeah, and part of my thought with Captain America as well is that, when they did the villains, they recently gave us that comic book style Red Skull.
Let's go.
So I'm like, it's just a bit weird to not have him released close by. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I'd kind of hope to get something like that, but this is obviously me hoping because everyone knows I want
I,
Captain America.
I'm completely
But
with you,
I also would
and
like a Daredevil.
I'm
So
crying out for Daredevil.
I
Crying
don't
out for
know.
Daredevil.
So yeah,
I did, I did hear, as you say, that's a really good reminder. I did hear those rumours that because Chip Zdarsky is just about to take a brief break on the Daredevil comic, which has been the best comic of the last 3 years, without any question, for
really.
my money, in my own opinion. Feel free to troll or hate or disagree. But there is talk that because his run is finishing next month for about 6 months, and then he's coming back to it though, that you might get the Elektra Daredevil that she's been taking on the mantle while
Oh
he's been
yeah,
in
yeah,
prison
yeah, yeah.
in the comic book. You might get that and a in prison Matt Murdock, which is in the sort of prison overalls but with the
Oh, that
mask.
could be cool.
So
That would be a cool figure.
I've heard those rumors. I don't know if that's too niche or too soon to come out, but
I also
rumors
want
can mean anything.
a heavy on the skin Electra,
Yes, the old school. Yeah, yeah,
because that
definitely.
that will always be Electra to me. However many times they change her costume, that will always be her. I mean, I saw the new Miles Morales costume, and I also saw the artist who I can't remember his name is, who designed it. He also put up a couple of versions that he did before the final one, and one of them he has these trousers with straps coming off them. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah, yeah,
I really liked that one.
yeah,
I was like, I'd buy a toy of that. And
yeah.
then they've done it where he's just got a hoodie and then just like some leggings on. And I'm like,
It's a
eh,
cosplayer's dream.
eh.
That's what. That's what it is. It's a
Yeah.
cosplayer's dream. That one.
But the other one I really liked. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll get it now, but I expect at some point we'll be seeing a figure of that.
Oh, definitely. I thought so. I mean, that's gonna be so kid popular as well.
I
That one.
ordered
That's
mine.
not a double audience. You did.
Yeah, I
That's a
put in an
great
order for
figure.
it.
That's a
The
great
new one
figure.
that's coming.
Yeah, the Gamerverse one.
That's right. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a
Because
great
it's
figure. That
I
looks
was like, I
really
don't
good.
have Miles, so I was like, you know what, let's get that one. But again,
Yeah,
I'm still finding it a bit confusing these days that well, I've got Venom here, which is the same as Spider-Man. I find it a bit confusing that they're not using this kind of movement, because this is, to me now, it's a
yeah,
far better way of
yeah, yeah.
moving your figure than
That's the only other thing I thought this fan Monday might be is from the Let There Be Carnage movie.
Yeah. What though? Just a movie Carnage.
Movie Carnage, and then whatever else we make, because Shriek, we're getting Shriek in the movie as well. So
Oh yeah.
it
Which
might be
is,
that.
but they've just done. They just announced the comic book version of
Comic
Shriek,
one,
haven't they?
yeah. So
And I
unlikely,
think the
probably.
movie's a little. They've got a bit of a. Did
They
they not
pushed it
delay
back.
it again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pushed
but
it
not
back.
by
Yeah,
long, right?
not by long, but that hasn't stopped them needing to get some of these figures out.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've made them, right? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And we've only got to wait till Monday, but to see us again, you have to wait 2 weeks. Which, as I can tell by the absolutely crammed comment section,
They've been excited by.
you can't wait.
Is it just my wife saying, "Can you keep the noise down, please"? Is that?
Yeah, that's the only one I saw. I disguised myself as you and swore at her to think you're sleeping on the sofa tonight.
Fine, I'll bring all the toys downstairs. That's fine. Do that.
Right. Anyway, I guess we can wrap it up then. It's 1 hour and 15 minutes in, and I think that we can end this session. So
Done a good job.
you can see where we can be
Brilliant,
found,
isn't it? That's where
right?
we are.
But in case there's blind people listening to this, where can
Yes.
people find you online, Paul?
Find me at Mighty Marvel Mix, which is Facebook, Instagram, Marvel Mix, Twitter. That's our main podcast, or Mighty Marvel Show. If you go to YouTube, and a few unboxing videos over there, and anything else I fancy talking about Marvel, because it's my own show, just me, and I don't have to put up with Colin or Daryl, who are on my podcast with me, so I can do whatever the hell I like, which is all
There you
toys,
go.
baby.
Yeah. And you can find me at SpartanX1, Spartan_X_ the word one on Instagram, and at 1933 Eagles on Twitter and on Facebook, anywhere on just my page or on Old Chums Geek
Old
Chat
Chums Geek
or
Chat.
Star Wars Conversations or
G.I.
G.I. Joe
Joe.
Classified Collectors, which is now heading towards 700
I know,
members.
fantastic.
What is going on with that
I know,
page?
I love it.
Every day I
always
get
growing.
people asking. I'm like, okay,
Always growing.
and I don't know what's going on there, but it's awesome.
And there's some great stuff goes on there. Some great art goes on there.
Yeah, and people's
and people who live in America have the best access to toys. They really do.
I know. I mean, I just let people sell things on there if they want, whatever. I just sort of say, hey, look, be nice to each other, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I might need to get a moderator on there, Paul, at some point soon. So just because this weird thing happened. Well, a weird thing happened. I've got until going off topic, until the 16th of this month. For some reason, I think somebody reported a comment, right, or something, and now until the 16th of this month, I've got to approve all comments that go on the page. For God's sake, bloody constant messages.
Thanks, person who put that on. Cheers
I know. And then I actually messaged them because I looked at it and I was like, I don't see what the issue is, and I messaged them and said, hey, you reported this. What's the reason? Just because I've been asked to look at it.
Yeah.
No answer. So
thank you. Helpful.
Yeah. Just leave me hanging there. Give me something to do, because that's what I want.
Thank you for that. Thank you, G.I. Joe Collector.
Anyway, if you have enjoyed watching us, and you've made it this far, chances are, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Also, just like, subscribe, and share to all your friends everywhere, all around the world. All right, so that's it for us, and let's see if this works. Until next time, see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.